scientific studies are largely inconclusive. The benefit of big data policing is political.
Even though these stories teach us about morals and lessons that need to be learned, we don't see much representation.
We found that there were no significant differences in the proportion of arrests by racial ethnic group between control and treatment conditions.
Debate has been the most impactful thing to ever happen to me.
I think debate is kind of a lifestyle. I think that it opens up a new mindset.
Debate really has helped me find my voice, and it's something that I really do enjoy doing.
For me, debate means more than just arguing about a topic. I think that debate goes more into your identity, about how expressive you are, how creative you are, how open you are.
Debate has made my life astronomically easier because I now have the education to back me up in a higher academic setting.
I noticed that I feel more confident in myself with reading and speaking out loud. They've told me that I've got to speak loud, don't speak low.
Debate really is a transformational activity because it cultivates numerous skills from academic to social emotional to career and leadership, and ultimately life skills like increasing content knowledge, reading, research, cooperative learning, collaboration, communication, critical thinking, logic, persuasion, listening. Debate promotes non-cognitive skills like motivation, resilience, and persistence, and it fosters student, civic, and social engagement.
When I think of debate, I think of the fact that policy debate is a paired sport. You have a partner that you have to work with and be strategic with. So I think, the skills of strategy, the skills related to collaboration, those skills related to research, argumentation.
Making sure that you can move people with what you're saying, have a connection with someone that you never would have thought you would have a connection with.
Debate encourages civil discourse and teaches students to use their voices along with facts and evidence to have difficult conversations and to disagree with civility. Debate pushes students to learn about public policy issues that affect them and their communities. These lessons seem to be more critical today than ever before, especially as we prepare these young people to assume future positions of leadership.
I think that it just allows you to be quick on your feet and to hold your head high. I feel like that was one of the best things I've learned, because regardless of what you do know, it's not about what you know, it's about how you present yourself.
It's definitely helped my ability to read and comprehend a lot of texts and writing styles that you may not have encountered otherwise in high school.
I'm more outspoken now, and I feel more confident about talking issues that I might have not known about. And now on my free time, I research issues that are important to me that I see on the news. So if someone asks me, or if it's a topic in class, I can be able to give them a good answer, and I have sources to back me up.
I love it. I'm learning, I'm meeting amazing, kind people. Never once do you have to worry about whether if you have a question, you're going to be judged.
Chicago Debates is a program that really offers students the supports, the resources, and the guidance to succeed in a complex world like policy debate, because I knew that I could hopefully help students fall in love with language, fall in love with research and speaking like I did as a student myself.
CPS leadership has continued to advocate and support for debate in Chicago public schools because it aligns to our core values. Debate allows students to experience meaningful relationships. It challenges them to develop skills and attributes that will make them well-rounded citizens. And truly, it advances academic excellence by pushing their critical thinking. By funding debate across our city, we are advancing equity by closing the opportunity gap.
Thank you for the donors and to the people who support Chicago Debates.
I would definitely say thank y'all.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you for your contribution to this great activity. I'd like to say that you can continue support because you are directly enhancing the opportunities of a lot of kids.
I'm looking forward to continuing to like win debates, learn more, meet new people. I feel like it's just a one-of-a-kind experience.
It is so imperative that people have these experiences when they're younger.
People who really debate, we really enjoy it, and we really appreciate people who actually care about the youth and like the upcoming generation.
Thank you for all of the donors and supporters who are supporting Chicago Debates.
Live from Chicago, it's Public Forum Live. To our friends, supporters, we welcome you to a very special Giving Tuesday Public Forum Live debate. Giving Tuesday is a global day of giving designed to unleash the power of radical generosity. We are hosting this evening's event not only to reach our goal of raising $10,000, but most importantly, to highlight the transformative power of debate and the skills our students build through their participation. This evening, we are highlighting a new form of debate that we piloted earlier this year called Public Forum. Public Forum is a competitive form of debate that centers on current events and relies both on logic and reason and evidence to construct arguments. Tonight, our students will debate a highly polarizing resolution: the Bears should not relocate to Arlington Heights. After the debate, a link to choose who you believe was the most convincing will be placed in the comments section, and a winner will be announced. No matter which argument you choose, we know you will be blown away by the hard work, enthusiasm, and preparation of our students. Now, that's enough of me. Help me welcome our debaters for the evening. Representing the great Beasley Academic Center, please help me welcome Aiden Greer. And representing the great KIPP One Academy, please help me welcome Marco Baldwin.
So, my name is Aiden Greer. I'm in 7th grade in Beasley Academic Center, and I'll be the affirmative arguing for the Bears not moving to Arlington. So here's my case. Earlier this year, the Chicago Bears purchased a 326-acre plot of land in Arlington Heights, signaling the team's aspirations to move out of Chicago and build a new, larger stadium. And while the potential growth may seem exciting at first, the Bears shouldn't relocate. Remaining in Chicago has numerous economical benefits for the city of Chicago and the Bears. My first argument is the economic impacts of leaving. Soldier Field is part of the Chicago Park District and brings in an average of revenue of $370 million through ticket sales, merchandise, and sponsorships. A significant portion of this money is funneled back into the city. Not only do the Bears generate revenue that fuels the city, it brings in tourists. In 2019, Soldier Field has an average of roughly 61,916 guests per game. This traffic not only brings in revenue that the stadium, but it also the businesses around Chicago. Moving the Bears to Arlington Heights would take this revenue from the businesses in the city. And sources such as the Chicago Business Journals are saying that businesses are likely plans for the economical impact the Bears will create should they leave. But the city isn't the only one who would be harmed by the Bears leaving. The taxpayers of Chicago will be left on the hook for thousands of dollars. Which brings me to my second point. Chicago taxpayers are still paying for Soldier Field. Soldier Field underwent $660 million worth of renovations in 2003. $432 million of this loan fell onto the city and the taxpayers of Chicago, and they are still paying for this all. If the Bears relocate, taxpayers will find themselves paying for the Bears' debts in an empty stadium. By 2032, an annual payment will be $86.9 million. Why should we pay for a stadium that's no longer in use? Allowing the Bears to break off the lease only harms the taxpayers of Chicago. My second argument is economical complications of relocating. According to Forbes, an average of the new stadium will cost $2.2 billion and some reaching nearly $6 billion. This is a huge economic cost to the Bears, and it's only the beginning. Not only would they be on the hook for their proportion of their aforementioned debts and the cost of building, but it's also an additional $90 million will be need to be paid off to terminate their lease. In conclusion, it makes more economical sense for the Bears of the city of Chicago for the team to remain in partnership in Chicago. Thank you.
My first question is that why would you want to stay in Chicago when the Bears do not own Soldier Field?
It's what's best for the community and for the economy. The city gets revenue from the games, and that helps business and taxpayers.
What is one way to make ticket pricing more affordable?
While ticket pricing may be high, moving to Arlington will only make it worse. Ticket prices will go up, and we'll just have to pay for a new stadium. We will also have to pay for the gas to get there.
My third question is that why do you say taxpayers will be in more debt if the Bears move?
They will be in more debt because they will be paying for both Soldier Field and Arlington Heights.
Okay, thank you. Hi, my name is Marco Baldwin. I'm a 7th grader and my school is Kip One Academy. I am the negative side and I am arguing that the Bears should relocate to Arlington Heights. We all love the Bears, so don't we want our team to be able to hold its own in the NFL? The reality is that the Bears need growth and morale boost that is solved by relocating to Arlington Heights. The benefits far outweigh the possible complications of moving. My first point is the stadium. Not only is the current Bears Stadium the smallest in the NFL, the Bears do not own it. This greatly limits the team's growth as they have no control. The most important being special events and sponsorships. These are crucial for teams and community morale. There will never be a Super Bowl at the current stadium. This is not the future we want for the Bears. By moving to Arlington Heights and building their own stadium, they will be able to bring more to the community. My second point is community accessibility. While many think that moving the team makes it less accessible to the Chicago community, in reality, it will prove to an incentive to go to the game. At Soldier Field, the median ticket price is $727. There are so few seats that the prices are skyrocketing. The average person in Chicago cannot afford these tickets. The move to Arlington Heights, which is a suburb of Chicago, will allow for a bigger stadium with more seats. More seats means that prices will go down without the fear of losing revenue. Chicagoans deserve to take a break and go to a football game. The Bears' move will make it more economically feasible. Now let's talk about Aiden's case. On their first argument, they said that this will negatively impact Chicago business, but it will actually give small businesses a chance to expand in the suburbs or create a new local business. The surrounding of the new stadium will be a hub for food, shopping, and entertainment. There is opportunity for growth for Chicago as a whole. On their second point, they said that this will hurt taxpayers. This argument is unique because regardless of the move, taxpayers will still be paying. Furthermore, Mayor Lightfoot claimed the stadium is not being used to its full potential, and if the move happens, we'll use the stadium to bring new revenue and opportunities to the city. On their second point, they said that this building will be costly. They present no evidence to impact this argument. They provide no evidence that the Bears will not be able to afford it. The Bears will be responsible for the funding, as the governor has stated that the taxpayer will not be providing assistance. Thank you.
Okay, for my first question, do the Arlington Bears sound catchy to you?
If you say it right, it does sound catchy.
Okay, now. What will you do with accessibility?
Ticket pricing will be lower thanks to having more seats. This means the overall cost will be cheaper for Bear fans, so people will be able to go to the game.
So, for morale's sake, how will you plan to rebuild the Bears?
One way to rebuild the Bears is moving to Arlington. Right now they have the smallest stadium in the NFL. Plus, By moving, they will own the stadium. Just give them more freedom.
So my questions. The Bears shouldn't move to Arlington Heights because it will lower economical growth and morale. If the Bears move to Arlington Heights, there will be an economic hole. Taxpayers will be paying for another team. My opponent says that the governor said that taxpayers will not be paying, but also says that we'll be paying regardless. The Bears are starting a dynasty in Chicago, and Marco wants to take that away. If the Bears are going to build a dynasty, they deserve to do it in a historical field like Soldier Field Stadium. Furthermore, in one of his arguments, he said that the Bears leaving soon will open opportunities for small businesses, but forgets to mention the fall of foundational businesses Chicago depends on, as in the merchandise businesses, the restaurants, and every businesses that has profited off the Bears will be put in a tight spot. Also, putting the Bears Stadium in Arlington will lower visitor turnout because the Bears are one of the core reasons tourists come out to Chicago. Also, taking revenue from Chicago to Arlington, which Arlington doesn't need. My opponent also says that the Bears being not as good is lowering morale and making a new stadium is a better option, but moving will make this worse as the Bears moving will lower morale even more. Marco is implying that a bigger stadium equals the Bears all of a sudden getting better. This wouldn't really be true, as more space really wouldn't do nothing to the Bears' growth and getting the Bears from a lottery pick to a Super Bowl team. And plus, the Bears aren't even that bad. Overall, this debate is about what's best for the Bears. I have shown you that moving out of the city and paying for a new stadium isn't good for Chicago's economy, its taxpayers, and definitely isn't good for the Bears either. Only coaching and new players will fix that, so with that in mind, they should not relocate to Arlington. Thank you.
The Bears should relocate to Arlington Heights because it will provide opportunities and potential growth. Because the Bears will be owning the stadium, they will have more games so that they can have that experience. Aiden brings up that the cost of the stadium and gas, but the Bears are financially responsible and there's a bigger problem than gas, ticket pricing. Ticket pricing are already $727. They're already going to increase because there are few seats. Moving to Arlington will fix this. This is creating a disproportionate wealth. Because the stadium is big, not only does it give the Bears more wiggle room, but it gives the coaches a chance to coach more people. And a newer, larger stadium will create a new sponsorship opportunities, promote the growth of businesses around Arlington, and inspire people to visit Bear games. A bigger stadium also means Super Bowl opportunities, which will bring in more revenue. Aiden says that taxpayers will be in harm because of the stadium. This argument is incorrect because it is stated that they will not be paying anything. But if the stadium was not there, they would be paying for tax regardless. Moving to Arlington will fix these problems and it will bring them more morale because moving to a new stadium will get them pumped and excited. In conclusion, we should move to Arlington Heights because it will lower ticket pricing and it will create a hub for food, shopping, and entertainment. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Toynette Gunn, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Executive Director for Chicago Debates. We have to give these young men a virtual round of applause. This was quite the exceptional display of talent, intellect, analytical and critical thinking, and persuasive communication. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Aiden, for your interest in participating in tonight's debate, your time to research and learn about all of these strong arguments you presented. Honestly, I will admit, I don't think I had a strong opinion on the topic one way or the other before this debate, but you've both armed me with some really good points to push me to think about and to continue this debate with my family and friends. So thank you. If you haven't voted yet, let me give you one quick tip before doing so. The job of a debater is to persuade you to vote for them. using facts and evidence, of course, but still to persuade you to their side. Well, despite what you think about the Bears moving to Arlington Heights, which of these young people were most persuasive? Cast your vote, and I will announce the winner shortly. You can see the chat feature to make sure that you see the link to cast your vote. Now, you, our community of supporters, always want to hear from our students. I mean, they are the reason that we are here. So, Aiden, please introduce yourself and tell us how long you've been debating.
Hi again. My name's Aiden Greer. I go to Beasley Academic Center, of course, you know, and I'm in 7th grade.
And how long have you been debating?
This is my first year, actually.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. Marco, please introduce yourself and tell us how long you've been debating.
Hi, and also thank you for having me. My name is Marco Baldwin. I, again, like school is Kip. I've been debating this is my 2nd year debating, actually.
Awesome. Thank you both for being here. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions. I know that our community of supporters is dying to hear from you. Let's start with you, Marco. Tell us why you joined debate.
Well, at first when I joined debate, it was just because me and my friend, we just wanted to do it and try it out. But like over time, debate was getting better and better and more fun. And that's why I decided to join debate for my 2nd year, because it was so fun and I had a lot of time enjoying all the new stuff that was being given to me.
Awesome. I think that is a great adjective to describe debate that we don't hear very often, but others should know that it is a fun activity. And Aiden, tell us why you joined debate.
Well, I joined debate because our coach is a pretty cool dude. I mean, you know, when we had our first tournament, he encouraged us all, and he encouraged us in practice. Just stuff like that made me join debate.
Awesome. Thank you. And who is your coach? Let's give him a quick shout out.
My coach is Mr. Spicer.
Mr. Spicer, the cool dude. That's what we're going to call him. From now on, he is known as Mr. Spicer, the cool dude. All right. One more question. I really want the audience to know. Marco, what is your favorite thing about debating?
Well, I'm not sure if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but my favorite part of debating is the cross-sex, because I love being asked a question that I might not know, or like it's like completely out of what we prepared for. I find it so interesting to see how like I would react to this question, or how the other team would respond to the question I give to them if it was a curveball.
Great, thank you. Aiden, same question. What is your favorite thing about debating?
My favorite thing has to be the competition. I mean, it's fun every time you go in a round. You know, after you just got off a break, you feel excited and ready to debate.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining us tonight. Someone has walked in the room to share with me the results of the debate. And we have already discussed this with both of you all ahead of tonight's debate, that everybody's a winner here tonight. But let's see what our crowd thought about who was most persuasive. And so the winner is, can I get a drum roll? Team Affirmative, Aiden from Beasley Academy. Congratulations. People believe and agree with you that the Bears should not relocate to Arlington Heights, and Arlington Bears is just not very catchy. So thank you both for joining us. We are.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Marco here, he did a great job. I mean, he got me stumped when we was in practice. You know, the questions he threw at me, I wasn't prepared. So I was shocked when I won.
I love it. I love it. You both did an amazing job. I was just telling Anthony that I have got to get my son involved in debate as well. You all are so impressive. Thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing more from you in the future. Have a good evening.
You too.
So we hope today's brief public forum showcased some of the many skills that students cultivate through debate. We highlight those academic, social, career, and leadership skills that students develop through debate all the time. But let's not lose sight of how transformational it is to develop a skill. And debaters are developing many skills that they will use to help them not only to be successful in their academic careers, but in life. Skills that are without question helping to bridge the educational opportunity gap that exists for so many Chicago youth. Chicago Debates exists so that students like Aiden and Marco have the access and opportunities to develop the skills they need to have successful futures. Aiden and Marco are just a couple of the nearly 700 students who've already participated in debate this school year. We are aiming to serve about 1,200 students before the end of the school year, and we're hoping that you will help us to do that. Our Giving Tuesday goal today was to raise $10,000. As of now, we've raised just about $7,000. So we've still got a little ways to go, and there's still a lot of evening left today for you to donate and support. We've only raised that $7,000 because of you, our community of supporters, our family and friends who believe in our mission and the importance of our work. Thank you. We are asking those of you who haven't donated yet to help us to serve more students like Marco and Aiden by making a donation now. Help us to reach our $10,000 goal. The donation link is in the chat feature. We know that our work here at Chicago Debates is truly an investment in our future leaders. Do you have any doubt in your mind that Aiden and Marco won't be in positions of leadership in the future? I have absolutely no doubt. Thank you for your support. Thank you for joining us this evening. We appreciate you. Have a great evening.